Hey everyone, I'm Kaiser Ryu, and I'm doing something a little bit different. Normally I talk about video games, but today I'm going to talk about Rooster Teeth. Now, I love Rooster Teeth. I've been watching since, I believe, 2010 from Resident Evil 5 Achievement Guides from the Lost in Nightmares DLC. I've been watching them to the end, through the highs and lows. You know, the October 2020 scandal with Adam Kovac and Ryan Haywood, that was rough. And then the absurd highs, man, the Uno live stream, that was great. So many great moments there. But it did die. The company did die last year. You know, I watched the entire, like four plus hour farewell live stream. But earlier this year in February, it was announced that Bernie bought the company back. Not the employees, but a lot of the video library. And I was pretty excited, as much, many others. I did a top 10 list at The Gamer, which I was working then. I'll probably have a link down in the description. Pretty decent list. And then I also even offered, or I attempted to do an interview with Bernie that didn't end up going through. The Gamer was like, nah. But we're now at near the end of the year. We're on October. And I wanted to check in, what Rooster Teeth was doing. Like, what's the content, the new content like? And man, it is pathetic. I mean, at this point, Bernie, you might as well just let Rooster Teeth die. It's pretty bad. Okay, so I'm here on the new Rooster Teeth website, and I have so many problems here. So let's just go to the shows here, because that's what most people are interested in. Now, what are the new content coming out? What's the new shows, whatever, new content? There's Morning Somewhere, which isn't even a Rooster Teeth show. That's a show that Bernie, or a podcast that Bernie was doing beforehand. Then he just plopped on the Rooster Teeth brand. What I thought would happen was that he would bring back the RT podcast, and that would be like the new de facto podcast replacing Morning Somewhere. No, in fact, RT podcast hasn't returned yet. Maybe somewhere. I mean, it did say the next generation, so I'm assuming the RT podcast will come back at some point with like guests and whatnot, but no. But here's the one Rooster Teeth show that they have decided to bring back. That's RT Animated Adventures, which, it's good, but it's only like a 2-minute program, and there's only 5 episodes so far, and the first one was what, June? Yeah, back in June 11th. And keep in mind, this used to be a weekly show. Oh, but here's the worst thing of all. Okay. They brought back the sponsorships, which, considering they're basically releasing like close next to nothing, is a little bit of an insult to have paying customers pay for exclusive videos. Now, I was a sponsored member, or a first member for Rooster Teeth since like 2015, and it was good. I mean, it was a good value. Got videos early, sometimes even a week early. Oftentimes it was a day, but in certain cases, like the Gmod Let's Plays from Achievement Hunter, you would get them a week early. And you also got a ton of exclusive content, whether exclusive Achievement Hunter videos, exclusive Funhouse videos, exclusive like Rooster Teeth main brand stuff, like the RT Docs. It was like, you got a lot of bang for your buck. You got a lot of great exclusive content. And the fact that they're doing the sponsorship program now, while you're literally getting nothing, you're basically throwing your money down a hole. But that's not the only problem with it. So we have the archive. Now, from my knowledge, Rooster Teeth, or at least Bernie, bought back 2 main libraries. He brought back the main Rooster Teeth library, so that's all the main brand Rooster Teeth shows, and he also bought the Inside Gaming / the No video library. But there's some weird things. Okay, so first of all, Red vs. Blue Restoration. This is the last season, basically the finale to Rooster Teeth as a whole. It's not here yet. Coming soon to roosterteeth.com. We'll see. I'm not sure if it's even going to come. So we have Immersion, Million Dress Butt, whatever. First Play. This is an Achievement Hunter show. Why is this on here? First Play, Achievement Hunter's first exclusive show. Does Bernie even own this? I'm pretty sure this was an Achievement Hunter show. And I have some problems with the UI as well. Okay, so first of all, there's no time codes on the old Rooster Teeth site. It used to say like the actual time, how long the video was. Not anymore. And also, what was nice is that you could click the year and immediately go to the year. Now you have to scroll down, which is a bit of a pain, because you used to just click that, select like 2022 or whatever. You can't do that anymore. And then here's the other problem that really pisses me off. So he brought back, the new Rooster Teeth. They brought back the old sponsored content, which was actually turned into free. So if you don't know, when the Rooster Teeth was shutting down last year, the archive of pimps. They basically archived all the sponsored stuff, all like the stuff that would have been lost. They archived it for free. Now they're paywalling it again. Okay, Rooster Teeth has decided to paywall this content, which I think is not cool. Not cool. Again, this was for free because it was shutting down. The whole community archived all this stuff. Now he's paywalling it again, which I think is kind of bullshit. I think that is bullshit. Sorry. And there's more here. Okay, Inside Gaming, all the Inside Gaming stuff. Yada yada. Here's a really shitty part of the UI. So Retro Replay. This is not a show that Rooster Teeth actually ever owned. So if you don't know, this was a show. It didn't run for a while. I think it ran for less than a year. That was on the Rooster Teeth website, but they never owned it, and nothing even shows up here. So yeah, that's a weird part of the UI. Like what? Is there anything else? No. So, first of all, there's a couple problems. So, first of all, I know one of the reasons that Bernie bought back Rooster Teeth was because he wanted to kind of keep this stuff alive, like the old content alive, to not let it die, which, first of all this stuff is archived already, or at least most of it. I think there might be a couple lost videos that were kind of lost to time, but most of it is archived already. And second of all, if you're going to preserve this stuff, at least bring back the deleted stuff, because I believe in the summer of, I think it was 2019 or 2020, they deleted a lot of content that was, too risque or whatever, and one of them, I know for a fact, was a $1 Million Butt episode with Jessica Negri, and it's not here. So they didn't even, put back the lost episodes, the episodes that they deleted. They didn't even put that back. And another thing, I'm pretty sure when they're buying the Inside Gaming / the No library, I'm pretty sure they also should have bought the classic Inside Gaming library from 2013 to 2015 back at Machinima, because I know for a fact, I'm 100% positive that in 2019 when they bought the Inside Gaming name, I know they bought the classic library, video library from Machinima, because they had it on the website for a while. They had over 300 episodes of the classic series. And then it was removed during that purge where they had to remove that stuff that was not PC, like the $1 Million Butt episode. Yeah, it's also not here, and I'm pretty sure Bernie owns it. I'm pretty sure it should have been a part of that video library purchase, and it's not here. So, if you're gonna, preserve all this stuff, you should, preserve everything. And again, the classic Inside Gaming library. Oh, what? Leaving soon. Recorded by Azrael. What, do they not own this? Oh, yeah. I didn't even notice that. I guess they don't own it. I have no idea what that is. But yeah, it's absolutely ridiculous. First of all, they're doing this sponsorship stuff when they're not even giving you anything. You're literally throwing money down a hole. And second of all, it is impossible to revive a brand like Rooster Teeth with basically a 2-person crew. Because let's look at some shows that could possibly revive besides RT Animated Adventures and the podcast, which I'm assuming the RT podcast will probably come back at some point. I don't know. Let's look. Okay, Immersion and $1 Million Butt, that probably takes too much money. RT Docs, I would like RT Docs to come back. I'm not gonna lie, I would like either an official or unofficial Rooster Teeth documentary, the rise and fall of the company, kind of completely unfiltered, quiet on set. I mean, probably, the wounds probably are not healed from all those controversies, but I would like that someday, either from Rooster Teeth or officially, or I don't know, June the King, something like that. But besides that, I mean, there's not much else they can kind of bring back with that shoestring budget that they clearly have. Yeah, it's absolutely pathetic. I mean, they brought back one show, and they brought back the sponsorship program, so they're asking for money for nothing. I mean, they used to be a great deal, man. Sponsorships, you used to get a ton of stuff. Now it's a ripoff. I don't know why Bernie revived Rooster Teeth when they're bringing back essentially next to nothing. I mean, it's unbelievable. Rooster Teeth at this point should have stayed dead, and it is still dead to me. To me, it's still dead.